My friend, today, how do you practice? That's a really big thing. I played for 15 years without truly knowing how to practice. I played with a good group of musicians on and off where I learned things tactically, but I didn't know how to apply them. So, what I'm going to talk about today is if somebody jumps in the Q&A, how to practice. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of play and practice today. I haven't played guitar in a little minute, so I'm going to practice on some of that and go over some fun stuff. The first thing that I generally do when I'm practicing is pick my goal for the day. The first goal that I would like to exhibit today is just to go over a chord progression where I can influence it with just a basic scale and then alter that. So what I've been working on is trying to avoid my middle finger in my scales. So what I'm going to go is I'm going to do a, let's see if I have to keep those up because I need to do those for a student today, but my goal today, go Al, is to do two things, really. Keep focused, go through two modes over backing tracks, and then I want to be able to influence that with different patterns. Everybody, when they sit down to practice, might just pick up a couple concepts. What I try to tell all the students that I have and people that I come into contact with is you don't have to grasp everything all at once. The best part about this is being able to start getting a vocabulary, building tools, and then utilizing those to become more proficient in your practice. What happens is by the act of practicing and devoting time to it, you start clocking ideas, vocabulary words. You might play with other people. You might get lessons online. You might go to see an instructor such as myself or others in your community and promote local musicians. These things are something you would probably need to do in life as well. Put down a set of goals, pros and cons, and figure it out. So if you're trying to learn an instrument, doesn't matter what it is, try to write a little syllabus for yourself for one day. Try it for a week. Follow that syllabus, and if you overcome what you try to achieve, don't make it like 100 pieces, but like 2 or 3 things inside. Like this week I want to know all the notes in the key of C major, and then you go through the process of learning that, whether it's to make post-it notes, whether it's to use some sort of application on your phone or your computer or something like that. Personally, I get the privilege of teaching 3 days a week. I have played in multitudes of different genres of bands. I know many different ways to just watch an instrument or hear an instrument and kind of come up with what's going on, and then be an addition to that while not stepping on any toes, trying to remember the fundamentals of whatever instrument I'm on. And the third thing, which is crazy, have fun. It's really fun to play music and to do improvisation. But what my favorite thing in the world is, it's being in the moment, in the present point of playing music. I never think about what scales I learned, or I don't think about what I'm going to be doing in 10 seconds. I might be thinking about a concept, but for the most part, when it's not a transcribed piece in a piece of music, I'm very much trying to just be in the moment and have fun with what I practice. So the practicing, that's what I'm always saying to everyone. Practice the practice of practicing, and you will get more proficient at it. And then what I want to do is after I go through here, I want to see how they relate to my circle. That is just a huge part of beginning any music structure and any music idea. So today, I think I'm going to be doing the key of, actually I don't know what key I'm going to do, I'll just float. But my goal is to look at it through the idea of modes, different pattern recognition, and try to put in a little bit of theory in there in the circle of fifths. I'll layer on some nonsense for everybody, but what I do is I go to a program or I read a chart. I might end up just playing a couple chord structures, getting familiar with a key pattern, and then going over ideas in my head. It's not one thing I'm doing, it's everything. While I'm doing this, I'm also memorizing pattern recognition. I might find a little noodle is a great nugget, and I'll write a complete song around that idea or that concept. So there really is no telling where this could go today, but what I would enjoy is if you are going to jump on here, throw something in the comment section about what you would like to hear or where you're at musically and what you're trying to understand, and we can answer a couple of those questions, because the whole reason why I'm here today and every Tuesday is to do a little Q&A. If I don't know the answer, I will ask my teachers and I will find out for you. So we can both have a learning experience. I figure out how to communicate, to understand concepts I do not know, and then learn how to do multitudes of those things. So eventually, why is there a bubble on the screen? Is it because I put on my thumb? If I do that, it does balloons or something too. The Nixon. Balloons. Anywho, Tuesdays, Q&A, Monday, It's kind of same thing, but I do more like localized stuff, like charting songs, figuring out how to write a melody. Yay. If that's fun to you, check out all the other live stuff. Otherwise, I use a program called Chordy, which allows me to take all the different types of piano, guitar, interface stuff. It shows you what the notes are. That is a great program to learn what chords are, because when you play a couple things on the piano, you might not know what they are in the beginning. It's great to have a name and a staff and concepts laid out for you. Other than that, I use a program called iReal Pro to write quick charts and to do practice, and I might be doing that a little bit later now. So have fun today. Ask questions if you got them. Otherwise, I'm just going to be practicing to show you how I practice. I don't even know if that's going to be big enough to be able to do that right there. Whatever. landed on A major. F sharp minor. Clearly was exhibiting F sharp minor there with pentatonic movements. I'm sorry, I haven't really checked the channel. Let me see if there's any comments. I will interact. I know I need to be better about that. And honestly, I hope everybody's having a happy New Year. This first couple days of this year have been kind of okay for me. If anybody cares. Feeling more centered. I hope you are as well. Let's see here. What do I look at? Look at my stuff. There we go. And let's see here. Where is the Wago? Blah blah blah. View the channel. Look at the comments. Oh, that's a pretty picture. So the picture in the head is we went up to see the volcano the other day. No comments? Okay. All good. I'll just write a little something. Just practicing today. If you have questions or you're working on something, let me know. I'll answer. Aloha. Hello.